somehow, and incidentally, closing one door and keeping the fire in that room never would have worked in my dad's house. You know, there were more cracks in that house than there was, almost, than there was solid space. But the idea that now we're talking about even going lower, and apparently no intention of opening those other two stations. Why? Why? Because he wants to move to a public safety system where we have cops with helmets and boots in the trunk.
That's not going to work.
Well, I don't know whether it'll work or not, but it isn't something you're going to put into effect tomorrow afternoon. And this place needs protection.
Well, you got to remember. I mean, let's not talk about the fire side for a minute. Let's just talk about the EMS side. We're the only city in Lower Michigan that has two major interstates that run through it. We have 94 and 75, and we're a stone throw away from 275. With Telegraph on top of that, we have a lot of accidents that these people have to respond to. I mean, you read the paper, just in Sunday's paper, there were the accident that you spoke of where one of the individuals was airlifted after they were cut out. Then there was one on 75 where a young man lost his life. I mean, that's never going to change. We're always going to be the size we are in terms of, you know, square miles. We're always going to have these interstates running through here. You can't do it with 21 firefighters. You just can't. Not safely. And we have an opportunity now to bring more back with the assistance of the federal government. These opportunities don't come around enough.
Wow.
That was like Detroit when they had 4 firefighters on duty and they got hurt real bad.
Sure.
Two-story building.
Well, and that's a whole
That
other
happens
argument.
here.
Right, the
And
safety
something
of our
else happens
firefighters
at
we
the other
have.
end of town.
We're risking the lives of our
Oh, yeah.
firefighters and our citizens.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you that that's about it. I have no intention of dragging this thing out, but I wanted you to know that from my perspective and from Rick's perspective now, I mean, since he found out that there are no agenda items, this makes no sense to me. It's important for you, if you can make it on Friday, to be there for that 9 o'clock court appearance. I know that there's no such thing as putting pressure on the mayor, so I won't even ask you to do
Well,
that.
and so let's talk about the next meeting for a second. We are likely going to have all of these items, plus we're in the first month of a new budget. There's likely going to be a bunch of budget amendments. I understand the golf course held back a lot of their items this week because of the expectation of all of these that were going to be there. There's extensions for the golf management company that are going to come to the agenda from the golf course. I mean, we're going to have maybe as high as 5 contracts to review for the next meeting. I mean, we could be here till midnight in the next meeting. I mean, 50, 60, who knows how many items that could be on the next agenda, all because there were none today. It's very easy for the administration to not put anything in and say, there are no agenda items. You know, let's cancel the meeting. That's a very simple task for them.
In the past, the agenda items would have been passed through to the council secretary. But now, they were passed to Cheryl, the
So,
chairwoman.
We have an elected official doing a city employee's work.
Well, not only that, we have an elected official who could, not saying that she would, but could gerrymander things to a point where a personal preference would be dealt with.
That means we don't have a city clerk to take the minutes. They're gonna have the deputy clerk instead of Susie?
Yeah.
Very likely.
She sat in for her before.
Okay,
Well,
unless
thanks,
there are no
John.
questions.
So the next meeting, this meeting will be first scheduled.
2 weeks from today.
Resolution on your attorney, who's going to pick up your court case on Friday?
Oh, we will, I'm sure we will have 5 votes to override his veto.
Okay.
The charter says that at the end of, once the an item is overridden, that's the end of it. But they are claiming that this is an illegal motion by the council. That this is illegal, and the term illegal comes directly from no other legal wizard than the corporation council, who is paid by the mayor, who is beholden to the mayor.
So who's his attorney?
We'd have to ask that. We don't know that yet.
I mean, is there any kind of like legal action us as citizens in this whole city could get, like a class action lawsuit against these ones that are doing this for, I mean, because it's interfering with the safety of all of us.
I would not, I can't answer that. What I've done is, and what Rick and I have done, what the council has done, is look for things that the council could do. There may be things that, pardon?
The answer to your question is yes.
Yeah, petitions, but petitions are only petitions.
Violations of a charter can be brought by a citizen. If
Oh,
someone
sure.
violates a charter,
Sure.
and you have knowledge of it, you can bring a case against them.
Okay, so who does that go to?
That goes to the city attorney.
It goes to the city attorney,
Also throw
which
it in
I
the
take
garbage.
a couple of things and it's always denied.
But it
Because
doesn't
he's
mean,
I hate to sound so negative, but you're right. I mean, I wouldn't expect much of
Exactly.
it.
We know now that resolutions have teeth. We spend enough money finding that out. So canceling this meeting violated the very first vote you took, which was a resolution to have this meeting. Is there any punitive action that can be?
That's part of our duties.
Are you going before the same
Well,
judge?
and let's back up for a second. You know, you said that the attorney's opinion speaks to the Open Meetings Act, but who made the decision to cancel the meeting? I mean, what is alleged was there was a poll taken. Well, we know that polls are illegal because they in themselves violate the Open Meetings Act. So I don't know ultimately who made the decision to cancel the meeting. Did we have discussions about it? Yeah, I mean, we all were involved with different phone calls surrounding
No,
it.
That's
Do you have
okay.
vibrate?
That's okay.
Oh, you mean take the compliment.
Oh, no, I'm trying to get these people out of here. All right,
Mute that, will you, Joyce?
I'm on my way.
Pause.
Cheryl was the one who
I'm on my way.
to ask the
Crack that
judge
whip.
how to go about it.
So ultimately, did she make the decision to cancel the meeting?
Yes, I mean, her decision came to Mary Ann. Mary Ann alerted me to take the notices on the door and yeah, that was the change.
Because I'd love to hear the answer of, we took a poll, because phone polls are illegal.
Right.
And by today's standards they are. They never used to be, but by today they are.
One question.
I hate to interrupt you, but what's her name just called? And
Pizza's getting hot.
Can we,
Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah.
Mr. Boss.
I'd like to have
I'll see you,
one question.
In the north end?
Will we have a new city clerk by the end of the next meeting?
That would be my intention.
I don't even know if we can wait that long. We may have to call a special meeting.
no, that's
It's
what I-
possible that we, waiting till July 17th, you lose 2 weeks of, valuable time. So I expect when we call the meeting to potentially override the mayor's veto, we may have to also include the appointment of a city clerk as well.
Thank you.
That's a good idea.